oppose evil and preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. We are heirs of God.
Hi, Debbie again. This is my second video today. Sitting on the bed. I got kids taking over all my other rooms. So, I wanted to hopefully show you something that, I want to talk to y'all about a little something that I saw the other day. I just been thinking a lot about circles. There's like circles around everything. I mean, almost every logo you see, there will be some kind of border or circle. And it's just been like gnawing at the back of my brain. Check this out. So I went online and I started looking up pictures, images of business logos, right? And there are just so many that have it. Let's see, this isn't the original sites that I looked up. The original sites that I looked up, I like copied them down to my computer, and I was gonna try and do a slideshow, but when I did that, doggone it, when I tried to do that, my computer started crashing. I put at least 20 on that I was just gonna pick through, and my websites, it wouldn't let me go to any websites, and I still am having a problem with a bug. So probably the enemy does not want me showing this. Okay, so after I looked at all these, and I kept looking at the circles and all this, and I'm like, what is up? Okay, now many of you, if you've been to my channel for very long, you've seen my son is a flat earther, and so am I. When he first came to me about it, I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Who told you that it's flat? Everyone knows it's a globe, right? And he's like, no, just look at the science, Mom. Just look at the science. And I'm like, he was so convinced. He was so convinced, and I know my son isn't dumb, so I looked at it, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, oh my gosh, it's just mind-blowing. Okay, so here's what I feel like. Here's what I feel like the Lord's telling me about the circles. When I looked up satanic rituals and circles, if you have seen very many movies, then you've seen in movies over and over again where the Satanist will draw a circle, often in salt, or they'll do like a circle of candles or something, and that's where they do their spells, and that's where they do their magic. They consider it to be a portal to let in the demonic, which they probably label something else to make themselves feel good. And it's like heavy duty, okay? So if you think about the circle of the world and you look at these logos, you can see what they're saying, can't you? Because I can. I can see what they're saying. I believe what they're saying is that that company has power over the circle of the earth. The Bible actually calls it the circle of the earth. And I think that could be a King James translation. So you might want to look it up so that you know that I'm telling you the truth. So I think that this is basically a spell. When they put their logos inside of circles like this, it's basically a spell that they are inviting demonic spirits to make sure that their businesses succeed above others. Now, start looking at the logos, people, when you're driving down the street. I mean, if you look up Illuminati symbols, the rose, the triangle, the circles, pyramid shapes, 33s, MM, which is, 33, or WW. When you start looking at these things, you're going to start seeing that the Freemason Illuminati symbols are everywhere in business logos. Now, when I was growing up, when I was very little, my grandpa had been a Freemason, and my grandma hated it, and they fought bitterly. In fact, we didn't go over their house all that much because we'd rather stay at my other grandma's house where there was harmony. And my dad was anti-Freemason, and my grandma and my dad was constantly trying to get my grandfather to take off his ring and stuff. So, but what I found out about Freemasons and what the draw was back then, now people are just outright wicked nowadays, and they're interested in being wicked. But back then, the draw was that they helped each other out in their businesses. Okay, so when I think about that and all the stuff that I've just said in the video, you could see why people might get into this crud. Anyway, think about who you're supporting when you go out there with your little dollar bills. And you might want to consider going to a few more mom and pop shops who just have regular wording on their signs. Their signs and their logos are not exciting. You might want to consider supporting them a little bit more than, say, the All-Seeing Eye. Or the fallen angels, whatever you want to call it. I'm seeing even these very signs and symbols in churches. A lot of times when you see the cross and then a flame, it's actually, they're mocking the cross. If you see the cross sideways, that's a mockery of the cross. Besides, we're not supposed to have any graven images before us. So, probably even my earrings that I made here are probably not copacetic. Probably not what God really likes. And now, when I look at all these images, when I look at all these logos, it all comes flooding into me why he said not to. And it's just kind of sad. Anyway, I wouldn't pull these images up and put them on your computer because there is power in this weird circle crap. Thank God that I have Jesus and he is more powerful. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Hope to see you soon.